And here we are. I want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this on Facebook or on LinkedIn, as well as my students that are watching this on YouTube. Of course, I want to welcome all of my students that are participating, and Gladys, I apologize for having to cut our session short. So if you want me to look at one of your conversations that we didn't have a chance to go over, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do it. Scrolling down, I was just, Joanne, I was just talking about you earlier today. I'm certainly glad that you're back. I love it when former students that have taken a hold of the information that I share and have really put it to good use. So we're going to talk to Joanne and catch up, because it's been a while since I spoke to her. And I have to tell you, for those of you that have been students for a long time, you know what happens when I take my wife out to lunch and she has the waiter or the waitress slip some espresso into my cappuccino at the end of the meal. Well, I think she did it again. All right. And I was already, before the day started, I was already jazzed over something that I heard on the news this morning. And that is that 1 in 8 retirees plan on going back to work this year. 1 in 8. And we all have a pretty good idea why. There are 7,090,000 people on LinkedIn that are retired. I actually went into my own LinkedIn account and I did a search to see how many people. Remember, I've been on LinkedIn since 2008. And I went in there and I did a search to see how many people am I connected to that are retired. There's over 400 people. For those of you that have been on LinkedIn for any length of time, LinkedIn is once again, and Gladys, we'll do that. We're going to we'll go in and look at John P. So, pick this up off the internet, off a resume builder. 1 in 8 retirees plan on going back to work. This opens up a whole new group of people that, frankly, are going to be turning to network marketing. I've heard from a couple of students earlier today that we've got some success stories coming. But I want to address this. Pick this up as well. Half of baby boomers have no retirement savings. This is huge. So, what would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you attempt to do in network marketing if you knew you couldn't fail? How would you feel if you knew that you could build your business on LinkedIn and Facebook in an hour or 2 a day? How would you feel if you knew that you could talk to perfect prospects about your business every day on LinkedIn and Facebook? How would you feel if you knew that you could recruit 5 to 10 people into your business every month? And how would you feel if you knew that you could become a top earner in your business before the end of the year? That's how you're going to feel. Most people in network marketing are building their business part-time. They've all got full-time jobs. And they have learned that everything that I'm teaching not only applies to their network marketing business, it applies to their full-time jobs. And it all comes down to one thing: practice, practice, practice. In the Bruce Lee quote, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Once you master this process, the whole process becomes a dignity. Your one kick step to mastering every social network is my 4-step formula. Create a profile. Put it out there. And for those of you that have been on LinkedIn and Facebook for any length of time, you've already got connections. Connect with new people or reconnect with people that you haven't talked to in a while. And then talk to them. Communicate with them. Use my scripts to filter down and qualify the people. And then close the ones that clearly need what you have. And the more selective you are, the better you're going to do. This is so simple. Anyone can master this. Ron Federico today is an executive director in Melaleuca, using the strategies and scripts. Not only is business growing, but everyone on his team is using it too. Joni, building an Isagenix business, enrolled 6 friends, helped one of her associates enroll her first. She's having conversations with people. The strategy of private messaging people who like and comment on our posts is working for her. It will work for you. Tonight in boot camp, we're going to share new features and actions that produce immediate results that lead to sales. And we're going to be introducing tonight new categories of prospects anxious to join your business. One of the fastest things that you can do, one of the fastest things you can get your new recruits to do, to start conversations, just to change your picture. I was talking to my friend George Ruiz, and I told him, I said, George, change your picture on Facebook. So he changed it on the 17th. Had 193 people like it. 43 people made comments, and 4 people shared it. Start conversation. Bring somebody into your business that's brand new. Haven't changed their picture. I'm going to pop back over here. Let me unmute Joanne. I mean, every time I look at her headline, let's talk trash, I have to smile. So I'm going to unmute her, and we'll see if she is free to talk. Now, the last time I heard from Joanne, I think, was last summer. And she had mentioned that one of her posts on LinkedIn had generated a sale. And the person that she sold ended up signing up one of his gas stations, and he had, I think, 9 or 10 others. This is the power of this whole process. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to activity. What are you doing? How do you communicate with folks? Let's come down and look at what she's posting. So it looks like this was a week ago. So every time she gets a new customer, and it looks like Joanne just got knocked off. So we'll have to wait for her to come back. Ah, there she is. So she posted this 2 weeks ago. 35 people liked it.
I'm sorry, Max. I'm here. I don't know why my computer froze up.
Well, Happy New Year, Joanne.
Happy New Year.
And so I meant to ask you a real quick question. I remember last summer you'd signed up somebody that had 10 gas stations. Remember that?
Yep. And it was from doing these little posts.
Mm-hmm. Did he ever
Yep.
sign up any more gas stations?
I got them all.
You got them all. Good for you.
Yep.
So how have you been?
I've been awesome, really busy. I've been using little posting techniques, obviously, to grow my business within Republic Services. But I wanted to hop on today just to let you know that, we've talked about this over the years, but what you've taught me, I teach others in small little ways. And I had gotten a call today, and I was told that they're going to be rolling out Sales Navigator to my company. And again, it's the ripple effect of what you taught me. And I'll be doing a training with one of the regional, regional presidents tomorrow on LinkedIn. So I've done it for my immediate group. I've done it, for some of the other business units, and it's literally rippling throughout the whole company from what you've taught me. So I just want to let you know it hasn't stopped.
Have they promoted you?
I'm really happy doing what I'm doing. So I like bopping around. I love meeting customers, and I have to tell you, tomorrow I'm having my review with the company, and our net promoter scores have gone up. I've got people like the woman in that post. They send out little surveys, and she rated me a 10 out of 10. And again, it's just showing interest in the companies and promoting them, and it all comes back to you. You know what I mean? But I've been dying to just get on and get a refresher with you, because I always pick up little tips and tricks. But all the training that you've given me in the past it's still going on.
Well, I always thrilled to have you back, and I love it when people take to heart, what I've taught them and put it into practice.
Yeah.
And you're certainly doing that.
I love it.
So just to, kind of rekindle, we have, I think, probably half the people that are here are new. They weren't, it's amazing how people jump into my boot camps. They jump into my classes, and then I think we've got, let's see, we got 4 people here that are actually coaching students. And again, there are always people here that are contemplating coaching. Should I do this? Should I not do it? It's kind of expensive. What can I get out of it? And hey, if you want to know,
I'll tell you.
what you want to know what coaching can do for you, talk to Joanne. Joanne, what can coaching do for everyone?
Speed up the process a whole bunch. That's first and foremost. I mean, people can hop on these webinars, pick up a tip, put it in action. That's great. And you're going to do that anyway. But, you know, for me, my one-on-one coaching with you accelerated everything that I've done, whether it's, you know, growing my business, my network business, to recruiting for my insurance business, to actually getting paid to do LinkedIn trainings. And you've seen it. I've sent it to you. I've gotten a check for $5,000 just to do 3 trainings, you know, for a group. And I also enrolled that person in my network marketing business. So, you know, and I just use your techniques in every aspect of any opportunity that I'm in. So I'm in Republic Services. I'm using it to grow that business. I'm using it to connect with business owners. So, you know, it's like anything else. If you go take a class, you're going to pay for the class. You know what I mean? So getting that one-on-one coaching with you has been priceless to me. I've gotten it back, you know, in so many ways. And also, yeah, I was going to say, Eddie, that day when you had him in my pocket, you know, you've connected me with people that I would never have had the opportunity, that, you know, are not people that get paid on anything that I do, but having someone in my pocket when I was talking to a whale that you connected me with, you know, you don't get that from just watching a free webinar. You know what I mean?
You know, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
Joanne was an orphan, okay? And so she didn't have anybody, you know, to, you know, go to for help and guidance. And I mean, I've done this for a number of folks in assorted companies, but I told her that if she ever ran into a whale, somebody that she really needed someone to impress, get back to me, because I'm very close to the top earners in over 70 companies. So she had a great prospect, and I called one of the top earners in the company. Joanne is not. I mean, she could be in his organization, but she's so far down that what she does would have no effect on him whatsoever. And I asked him, I said, could you do me a favor? And he hooked up with Joanne and was available to help her. And but I wanted to bring up, you had mentioned the last time we spoke that you signed up 40 insurance agents in 1 month. Was that right?
I was recruiting for a company, and yeah, I was literally, it was like picking out those green M&Ms in a bowl. I just used your techniques, and it was super fun, and easy. You know what I mean? It's because of what you teach. You're talking to the people that you want to be talking with and connecting with, and you're bringing them over, you know, to where you need them to be.
Yeah.
And it was all from what you taught me. It wasn't just me randomly, you know, sending a connection request or making a post that wasn't effective or whatever.
And let me tell all of you, okay, that same process that helped her sign up 40 insurance people 1 month is going to work for all of these retired people. I mean, I couldn't believe the results and the response that we were getting from reaching out, reconnecting with people. And the great line that to use to start the ball rolling. Remember, it's all about relationships. It's all about conversations. So the opening line to get the ball rolling was, I can't believe. I mean, you don't look old enough to retire. Why'd you retire? And the positive feedback for that, paying somebody a compliment, you know, works wonders. And then, of course, why are you looking to go back to work? And you just let them talk. You just let them tell you why. And it all has to do with the economy, what they what they had saved for their retirement was not going the way they had planned. And it's such an easy transition to talk to them about your network marketing business. I'm telling you, for those of you that are in boot camp, this strategy, I'm just going to demonstrate for me. If I go over here to my network, and I've been on LinkedIn for a long time, and you go over to your connections, and Joanne, this is something that I think you're going to appreciate too.
For sure.
So you look at the people that your first level connections. Now, you've been on LinkedIn for a long time. Some of us have been on LinkedIn longer. And so there are going to be a lot of people that you connected with last year before, 3 years ago, that frankly, you haven't talked to. So if I go up here and I do a search for retire, out of my 90, I've got 410 people that I'm connected to have retired. Many of these people I haven't talked to in a long time, but they're retired. And all it takes, check the message, all right? The only thing that you really need to verify is how active they are. So I've been connected to this person since last October. And we've never, ever talked. The question is, how active are they? And we can't tell. Can't tell. And that's the one thing, activity. So he made a comment on this 2 weeks ago, which means he's there, he's active. Reactions. He liked this. This was 2 months ago. So the only thing is you really need to make sure that when you're reaching out to talk to people, that they're active. Now we could go back over here. Same thing. We could do a search for people that we're already connected to that are looking for an opportunity. 1,200 people. 1,200 people that we're connected to that are looking for an opportunity. And I could go over here and I could say, show me all the people that are looking for an opportunity. $9,350,000 people. Retired on the whole database. 7,080. And you could filter this down. Show me all the retired nurses. 2,040,000 retired nurses. Retired teachers. 15 million. Now, kind of interesting when you think about it. We said we did a search for retired, and there were 7 million. And we go on here, and we do a search for retired teachers, and there's 15 million. Now, the reason for the bigger number is because when you're searching, it's going to search for retired, it's going to search for teacher. So if we wanted to treat this as one word, bracket it in quotation marks. So it's one word. Retired teachers, we got 79,000. That makes more sense. My friends, I am telling you that in the next 90 days, you all are going to be able to take your business to a whole new level. It's all about communication. It's all about conversation. This is going to be as big, in my opinion, as when COVID hit. Okay, when COVID hit, it affected so many people, but this is such a huge audience, and they're retired. Okay, they're looking to go back to work, and they are going to be sadly disappointed as to what's available. Now I'm going to pop out of my account because I shortchanged one of my coaching students. Now, we had a session earlier today that I had to cut short, but the one thing that put a smile on my face, and it had nothing to do with the cappuccino and the espresso. But Joanne has been working hard at this, and I'll let you tell
Gladys, you mean?
them. Yeah, Gladys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gladys.
Yeah.
I mean, you came on, and one of the first things you said was how much fun you're starting to have.
Yeah, I'm starting to have fun. Just getting over my the things that are holding me back, and getting over myself, and being willing to get on these sessions and let you talk to me.
So
Those are big steps forward for me. And
so what were the things that were holding you back?
well, we talked about that on I think on Saturday, the fact that I was I had not focusing and not consistent in posting, and there's a lot of other things too, but just basically this is one of the things is that I was not comfortable with getting on these calls and asking my questions. And then I realized that if I don't ask my questions, they're never going to get answered. And maybe they'll help other people too. So those are things that I think were stopping me from doing as well as I could have with everything that I've been learning from you.
So you were having a conversation. Let's go over there.
Yeah.
And we were talking.
I wanted to see
John Pitt.
John.
I was you were
Okay.
99 or not. Or
Now,
I'm
so here's the deal. She's talking to John, who is a technical recruiter.
Right.
Okay. Now, pay attention to this, folks, because there are certain professions that all have similarities with the experiences that these people will go through. You're going to find people in retail management that'll work for a store Store shuts down, they go to work for another store. They go to work for another store. We're seeing coaches in specific industries, weight loss coaches, for example, that have spent 10, 15, 20 years only to lose their job. Their passion, helping people. And the supervisors in these positions, their passion is helping and training teams to be successful. Network marketing has become a natural evolution for these people. They can continue to recruit. They can continue to help people. And when it comes to recruiters, you're going to notice, you pay attention to the profile. You pay attention to the amount of time that they work in any particular industry or for any particular company. They're short term. I mean, this guy here, 3 months, 10 months, 2 years, 3 years. It's the nature of the business. A company needs staff. A company needs a team. They bring in a recruiter. The recruiter does a great job. They restaff the company. Company doesn't need them anymore. In some cases, large companies will hire an in-house HR recruiter person. And they are so desperate to fill the employee gap that they will offer some of these people big bucks. And once they've filled the staff, once everything is rolling, thank you very much. We are reorganizing. We're restructuring our HR department. We really appreciate everything that you've done. Bye-bye. So when you're talking to somebody that is now struggling to find a new position, and they're open to other alternatives, these recruiters make wonderful network marketers. So here, let's go to the conversation. And Gladys, I have to say, is really picking out great people. So now it's all about conversation. So she reached out to him in January. He's happy to connect. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? 10 years. He loves it. What's not to love? Start the conversation with the positive quote. What prompted you to become a recruiter? Fell into it. You're looking for people that communicate. The more people talk, the more open they are, the relationship deepens. If you can't get people to talk to you, dazzle them with posts until they do talk to you, or talk to other people. And what do you enjoy most about the work? The hunt. The hunt. So why'd you leave your last job? Was laid off. They brought me back for a short contract. So how long have you been looking for a new position? A year. Now, right out of the gate, I would have asked, so how are you able to survive financially? But the truth is, he's looking for a new position, but he was working.
Mm-hmm. I actually asked him that in the next one of the later messages.
Mm-hmm. So why do you think it's taking so long for you to find a job? The more you talk to people about their circumstances, the more open they are with you. It's a clear demonstration that you've got a relationship going. How are you surviving financially? My wife does contract work. And I would have asked her what kind of work.
Mm-hmm. That was his last message to me, and I just sent him this
Okay.
post today. So that's where we're at.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now we talk about transitioning,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we pulled up that template. And this is something we're going to be working with in our current boot camp. So you have a basic transition line. Many people that I work with on LinkedIn that are looking for ways to make money are now making money from home. We've identified the need.
Yeah.
This is a fill in the blanks.
That second one is one that you wrote with me last week.
This one here?
Yeah. For another person that I'm talking to that's a recruiter.
So again, you fill in the blanks based on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Many of the professional recruiters that I work with on LinkedIn who have had a hard time finding a new job have launched new careers in a field very similar to recruiting. With your experience, and again, you fill that in.
Yeah.
You'd be very successful doing it and enjoying it more than recruiting. What do you know about the network marketing business model? All right. So now we could almost take this same thing and fill this out for him.
Mm-hmm.
So many of the professional recruiters that I work with on LinkedIn who have had a hard time finding a new job have launched new careers in a field very similar to recruiting. Now, we could, again, personalize this a little bit, make it more relevant to him. So many of the professional recruiters that I work with on LinkedIn that enjoy
A hunt for the perfect candidate, I think.
exactly. Who have had a hard time finding a new job, have launched new careers in a field very similar to recruiting. With your experience, you would be very successful doing it. And we don't want to use the words enjoy twice. So we can say he used enjoy it and love it more than recruiting. What do you know about the network marketing business model? So as we keep talking to people, as we keep talking to the same types of professionals, there are going to be subtle variations to this. And what we have to do is we have to personalize it. Now, one of the things that we can do before we send this, because now he's there right now. So let's send him a motivating image. And we want to send him something that is going to resonate with him. And when you're talking to people in management, when you're talking to people who network with people, especially people in management, people that are trainers, people that are in upper management, sending them things that not only they would appreciate, but that they would enjoy sending to the people that they're connected to is going to pay big, big dividends. So we got a couple here. Within here. There's really two. One, believe in yourself, and others will believe in you. Pop that up there. And then, you see how fast?
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty quick.
And then you just want to personalize a little bit. And we send it. We've identified the need.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this is one of the things that I'm still in a space where I'm hesitant to move into the transition like this. And that's why I wanted you to look at this one.
right. Well,
that's great.
Okay, Gladys, just remember this. You know, there's an old expression. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
Yeah.
And the only time we start to think about the transition is when we have identified a genuine need.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, we identify a genuine need almost immediately. Somebody's got the open to work frame.
Right.
So, and the thing is, and I was talking to somebody, I got a great case study of somebody who actually closed somebody that they were talking to on LinkedIn, and the person came back and said, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. Every day I am getting slammed with all kinds of promotions and opportunities from other people. And you were the only person that took the time to get to know me, shared with me uplifting things to cheer me up, and demonstrate that you would be somebody that I would enjoy working with. And she's got 11 more people that are in the same category. Now, there's a big difference between somebody just saying thanks, because that's all they have to do. They have to click one tab. Thanks.
Yeah.
So this is something that is going to resonate with them. And if he doesn't answer you by tomorrow, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another one. You can send him this one. Sharing personal development, motivational messages is going to pay big dividends. And the other one was right under it.
Oh, yeah.
The sky is not the limit. Your belief system is.
Right.
People are going to love this. They're going to appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, this is all it takes. All it takes to build relationships. And notice that Gladys has put a star next to the person, indicating, hey, this is somebody that she wants to keep tabs on.
Yep.
So great job of connecting with people. And I'm looking over here at this other one here, Joseph.
Yeah, that's one I just started talking to. I've connected with him in the fall, but we never actually had any communication. So I just started talking to him today, actually, I think.
Yeah. It's amazing how people that you connected with some time ago.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's looking, he has his own little business, the JJ Art Studio, but he's now looking for a new role, and he says he's looking into sales. So
Mhm.
we got to move that one along.
No. You're Gladys, you got this down.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of repetition, continuing to practice.
Yeah.
You'll get better. And the thing is, we know when to stop. We know when to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
And we know when to keep going.
Yeah.
So just imagine where you're going to be by the Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have this nailed. And you're also, the beautiful thing is you're also going to be able to teach other people, which is the other part. So let me just say this to all of you. Let me look and see who's here. Joanne, I really appreciate hearing from you coming back. Congratulations on your, continued success. It's just gonna keep getting better. I just want to remind all of you that tonight is our second session of boot camp. And we ran a special promotion for the President's Day weekend. So for those of you that have team members, there's still time to have them join you in boot camp. Go to Max Steingart, have them go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Give them the promotion code, bigger deal. I know some of you paid more than this. So you're doing your friends a favor. And this weekend, we have our 3-day Top Runner Retreat. And again, we did a special promotion for President's Day weekend. Go to maxsteingardt.com/retreat. Use the promo code Great Deal. You're never going to see participation in this 3-day event as low as this. And for those of you that participated in previous retreats, prepare to be amazed. When we finish, you are going to know more about this industry than some of the top earners in the business. You're going to be able to leverage your expertise in social media to network with people with large circles of influence and bring them into your business. So, looking forward to tonight. Boot camp starts at 9 o'clock. It's in 4 hours. Catch up to all of you next time. Best of luck in building your business, and God bless.